One of the questions I am most frequently asked, and maybe the hardest to answer, is this: how do I get my spouse to embrace minimalism? Many people find themselves on a journey to minimalism, experiencing the life-giving benefits of owning less and living more, only to look beside them and wish their partner shared the same vision. It can be frustrating. You can see how this change might benefit not only your shared spaces, but also their personal well-being. Yet, despite your best efforts, the change you desire never happens. Of course, if I had all the answers on how to get your spouse to do everything you ever wanted, I'd probably be writing different books and selling tons of copies, I might add. But I still thought it might be helpful to sit down and come up with a list of practical ideas that could help you navigate this difficult but all too common situation. So let me give you my best advice. Here are 12 practical tips to turn your partner into more of a minimalist. Number 1, begin with yourself. Showcasing the benefits of minimalism through your own actions is the first and most compelling argument that you can make. I realize that setting an example sometimes only gets you so far, but any conversation about bringing about a positive change in someone else's life always needs to start with our own. Number 2, share success stories. Sometimes hearing about the transformation in other families or individuals can be the inspiration your partner needs. These stories can range from general ones like, I was reading today about a guy who minimized his possessions and began traveling full-time, to close personal anecdotes such as, so I was just talking to Rachel about their plans to downsize. Number 3, offer to help. Rather than pushing them to declutter, extend a helping hand. Doing it together can make the process less daunting. In almost every relationship, even when both parties agree, there's going to be one partner more excited about the minimizing than the other. That is you. So offer to help in specific ways. Would it help if I took the first pass at your closet and pulled out a few suggestions of things I think you could discard? Might be a good opportunity to get started. Number 4, initiate a no-buy challenge with your spouse. See if you can talk your partner into a 30-day experiment of some sort with a specific goal in mind. For example, take a look at your monthly credit card statement and determine how much you could probably save if you bought nothing for the next month. And then offer the idea coupled with a reward. For example, if we went the next 30 days without buying a single thing, we'd save enough money for that weekend at a resort with the kids you've been talking about. Would you like to give it a try? Number 5, celebrate even the smallest victories. Every item decluttered or every positive step taken is progress, and so celebrate it as positive reinforcement. Number 6, specifically communicate the benefits. Keep sharing the positive changes you've noticed since adopting minimalism, whether it's peace of mind, more free time, or financial savings. Now, returning to these in a manipulative way, which I know is kind of sort of the point of this list, can definitely get annoying to someone who doesn't want the change, I'm sure. But I think you still can and should be quick to point out the benefits wherever you see them. So keep talking about them. Number 7, compromise and bargain. Here's a harsh reality that I often try to remind people who are frustrated that their spouse or partner won't become more of a minimalist. Keep in mind that there are almost certainly changes your spouse wants you to make in your life that you're not budging on as well. I typically mean this as a way to reframe the conversation and sometimes to spark greater humility when required. But maybe there's a way, given this reality, to strike a mutual agreement. If you commit to a change in your life, at the same time you're asking him or her for a change in their life, this give and take might create a sense of balance and motivation. Number 8, set a relevant time frame. This isn't always applicable, and it might be more motivating to others. But if there's an upcoming event happening at your home, like a move or a graduation or even a wedding, use it as an incentive to declutter and adopt more minimalist habits going forward. Number 9, turn the process into a game. A little friendly competition never hurt, especially if your spouse or partner enjoys a challenge. See how many days in a row your spouse can find one thing to get rid of, or try the 30-day minimalism game made popular by the minimalists, where you get rid of one thing on the first day of the month, 2 things on the second day of the month, and so on and so forth. If a game works just because it's a game, awesome. But if you need a prize at the end, here's idea number 10. Number 10, reward the effort. Set milestones and celebrate with rewards, whether it's a special dinner or event, or even a certain thing that they've been wanting. I'm not usually a fan of buying more stuff to celebrate getting rid of stuff, but if we're trying to motivate someone who wants nothing to do with minimalism, helping them see the connection between buying less and achieving specific goals might be a helpful demonstration. Number 11, seek middle ground. Maybe they're not ready to declutter their whole wardrobe, but would they consider starting with just one shelf of the closet? Additionally, you could look for agreement in common areas of the home, like the living room or dining room, the kitchen, where other members of the family spend considerable time. And number 12, I need to say this, find professional help if necessary. It's also important to recognize when the reluctance to let go of possessions goes beyond just a preference or a habit. Hoarding is a genuine disorder, and it can have deep-rooted psychological causes. If you believe your partner's behavior might lean towards this, I'd recommend reading more about it or seeking guidance online. Sometimes understanding this disorder can make a significant difference. And if required, seeking the help of a professional therapist or a counselor is a responsible and loving step to take. Those are 12 ideas that just might help you. And although it should go without saying, it doesn't. Empathy, understanding, patience, commitment, and love form the foundation for every long-lasting relationship. They are also crucial as you navigate this journey, so start there. Love and mutual respect should be the foundation of every discussion and idea that you try. While it's beneficial to lead a minimalist life, it's even more essential to maintain the health and happiness of your relationship in a selfless way. You may not love all these ideas, and I think I'm okay with that. But maybe you'll find 1 or 2 ideas that you haven't considered or tried before. Or maybe even this list will prompt a different idea that you can try. Either way, I think that's wonderful. I just want to be as helpful as possible. I do believe that with some of these practical tips, you might find a way to converge your paths, drawing you closer in more ways than one. I'm truly grateful for each one of you who has taken the time to engage with this content, whether sharing, liking, commenting, or subscribing. Your interaction really does make a huge difference in YouTube sharing this video with others. So thank you.